The decision to let go wasn't a sign of weakness. It was the ultimate act of self-love and respect for the person I am becoming. In the absence of you, I've found the presence of everything I need to live a fulfilled and peaceful life. I realized that the only way to truly move forward was to live for myself, without the weight of what we once were holding me back. It hasn't been easy to live without you, but every day I grow stronger and more confident in my ability to be everything I need. I thought I was lost without you, but now I see that I was only lost to myself, and now I'm finding my way back. Living without you has been a journey, and every step of it has been a lesson in self-discovery, growth, and inner peace. There's something magical about the moment you realize you don't need anyone else to validate your existence. You already do. Living without you doesn't mean living without love. It means learning to love myself in ways I never knew possible. It took letting go of you to understand that I could love without losing myself in the process. Now that you're no longer part of my life, I realize how much space I have to fill with joy, laughter, and new beginnings. In deciding to live without you, I made the choice to put myself first, and for the first time, that feels right. I didn't realize how much of myself I had given up until I began to live without you, and now I'm reclaiming all that I had lost. Each day without you is a chance to rediscover the woman I am and to nurture her with all the love and care she deserves. I used to think that living without you meant living without purpose. Now, I see that it was the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with endless possibilities. Living without you has been the greatest gift I could have given myself, because it forced me to confront the person I truly want to be. The pain has subsided, but what remains is the strength of my own heart, finally free to beat for me. Without you, I've learned to appreciate the simple moments in life, ones that once felt ordinary but now feel extraordinary. I thought I needed you to feel whole, but now I see that I am already whole, and I am learning how to love myself fully. Living without you hasn't been a punishment. It's been an opportunity to grow into the person I was always meant to be. It took living without you to realize that I am the author of my own story, and I get to decide how it ends. Now that you're no longer in my life, I'm finding that I have more room to breathe, to dream, and to live freely. Without you, I've discovered the freedom to live without limitations, to chase dreams I'd long forgotten. Each moment without you is another chance to embrace the woman I am becoming, unapologetically and with purpose. I didn't realize how much of myself I had sacrificed until I started living without you, and now I'm reclaiming every piece. Living without you is not a loss. It's a celebration of the strength I never knew I had until I faced the world alone. The hardest part was letting go, but in the end, it was the only way to let myself grow and evolve into the person I truly am. I've learned that sometimes the most profound transformation comes when you let go of what you thought was everything. Living without you doesn't mean living in loneliness. It means finding comfort in my own company and learning to love myself more. In letting go of you, I found the courage to embrace the unknown and trust that my future will be just as bright, if not brighter, without you. The absence of your presence has filled me with a new sense of clarity, helping me to focus on what truly matters, my own happiness. I no longer search for validation in someone else's love. I've learned that the most fulfilling love is the one I give myself. It wasn't easy to move forward without you, but each step I take is leading me to a version of myself that I've always wanted to meet. Living without you has given me the space I needed to grow, to heal, and to become the person I was meant to be all along. I used to think I couldn't survive without you, but now I see that I'm thriving in ways I never thought possible. I didn't walk away from you. I walked toward my own happiness, toward a life where I am the priority. In the absence of your love, I have found my own. It's not the love I once hoped for, but it's the love I need right now. Choosing to live without you was the hardest decision I've ever made, but it was the most empowering choice I have ever made for myself. I thought the silence left behind would crush me, but it's actually given me the space to hear my own voice again. Every day without you has been a lesson in resilience, in self-love, and in finding joy in my own company. I once believed I couldn't live without you, but now I see that I've learned to live for myself, and that's a gift in itself. I've walked away from everything I thought I needed, and yet, in this quiet moment, I find myself stronger than I ever imagined. The decision to move on wasn't easy, but the peace that follows is worth every tear that fell along the way. Living without you has shown me the power of my own resilience, and in that, I have found a strength I never knew I had. When I decided to live without you, I didn't just let go of you. I let go of everything that held me back from becoming who I was meant to be. There is something freeing about learning how to exist in a world where I am not defined by anyone else's presence. leaving behind what I once thought I couldn't live without, has opened my eyes to the beauty of the life I am now creating for myself. I learned the hard way that sometimes the best way to heal is to let go of what is hurting you, even if that means letting go of someone you love. In the silence left behind, I hear my own thoughts more clearly than ever before, and it's as though I've finally found my own voice. There's a freedom in living for yourself, in realizing that your happiness isn't dependent on anyone else's choices but your own. I once thought I needed you to complete me, but now I see that I was whole all along, waiting for myself to recognize it. The space you left behind is no longer empty. It's filled with my dreams, my peace, and my unwavering hope for the future. Every day without you is a reminder of how much I can do on my own and how powerful I am when I choose myself first. It wasn't easy to say goodbye, but it was the only way I could truly say hello to the version of myself I had forgotten. I didn't just walk away from you, I walked away from the version of myself that needed someone else to feel complete. I thought I was incomplete without you, but living without you has shown me just how whole I am all on my own. In the process of letting go, I have discovered how much love I have left to give to myself, to my future, to the world around me. The pain of losing you slowly faded, replaced by a quiet joy that comes from learning to trust myself again. You once occupied my heart, but now that space is filled with my own passions, dreams, and the freedom to be who I really am. In the stillness of life without you, I found the strength to rebuild everything, and I am learning to love what I am becoming. Leaving wasn't an act of rejection. It was a declaration of self-worth, a statement that I deserve to be loved in ways that honor me. I thought I needed to rely on you, but now I realize that the only person I need to rely on is myself. Walking away from you was the hardest thing I've ever done, but it was also the bravest decision I've ever made for my own happiness. Without you, I'm learning how to live more deeply, how to love myself more completely, and how to truly embrace every moment. Sometimes it's the moments of quiet and solitude that teach us the loudest lessons about who we are and who we are meant to become. I didn't walk away from you. I walked toward a version of myself that I had abandoned long ago, but now I'm finding again. In this new chapter, I am learning to be enough for myself, and in doing so, I'm opening my heart to the possibilities of a future all my own. The pain of letting go of you has been replaced by a powerful sense of independence, and for the first time in a long while, I feel free. It's strange, but in losing you, I've gained so much more than I could ever have imagined. I never knew how much I could grow until I let go of what was holding me back. Now, I am thriving in ways I never thought possible. Choosing to live without you hasn't been easy, but it has given me the space I needed to rediscover myself and everything I'm capable of. In letting go, I've found the courage to face the world without fear, knowing that I am enough just as I am. I thought life would feel emptier without you, but in truth, it feels fuller, more vibrant, and full of possibility. Sometimes, the greatest act of love is to let go and allow each person to find their own way. Sometimes that means walking alone. I've learned that I am not defined by who I love or who loves me, but by the strength of my own spirit and the depth of my own heart. Living without you has been a beautiful, challenging journey that has taught me to stand on my own 2 feet and walk with confidence. The decision to move on wasn't easy, but it's allowing me to create a life that reflects who I truly am, not who I was with you. Without you, I've learned to hold my own heart with more tenderness, more understanding, and more patience. I once thought that without you, my world would fall apart. Now, I see that without you, I've been able to rebuild a world of my own. I'm no longer waiting for you to return to me. I'm embracing the life I've started building without you, and it's beautiful.